Hello, traders. I want to go over yesterday's price action. I didn't get to make my video yesterday afternoon, but we did have one nice reversal pattern. Then we kind of got into Chop City. Um, this is our original breaker of the day, I guess you would say. The first one, we opened with a gap up. Gap fill rules is we fill half the gap at least. 70% of the time, we're going to fill half the gap in the first 30 minutes. 30% of the time, we won't. This is a 70% chance that we're going to fill half of it. Now, if it gets past here and starts trading down in the 75% to 100% of the gap, then once it's past here, there's an 80% chance it fills the whole thing. So it did not. It started putting up a reversal pattern here. Once we started hitting the halfway point, I actually switched to a 15-second chart, and I tried to switch to it on this thing, but it won't go there. So I'm not going to change it. We'll just stick with this 1 minute chart. But you can see the last up close candle on this run down is this one right here. We pushed through with a fair value gap. We only came back down to the fair value gap right here. So that would get us our fill if we're getting filled right at the top of this fair value gap right there. Boom. We got filled. This gray box is the first presentation fair value gap. I got in here with just some micros, and as we validated this, started trading above the first presentation fair value gap, I added. And my push was to 24,000. That was a regular trading hour, 4-hour high. We had two of them. It didn't want that one. I thought it might want that one. And I lost a little of my profit on this fast push back down. But once it started pushing down, I marked out this breaker thinking we would get some downside action. And we did have some candle bodies close below, but we never got a fair value gap below it. So that kind of nullified the fact that we may go and fill the gap. And then we started reversing again. From here, our lowest point is this one. You could call this a run on liquidity and make this a upside breaker. Once we start closing above, you're good to get in and aim for wherever you wanted to aim. It didn't go much higher. It went up to 46. But if you were to enter there, you could have got a push from 77 to 46. I don't know how many points that would be. We could look. So if you got in here, I don't know where you just have to just mark it in along this run up somewhere. And that's what I did. That's 68 points. Reasonably, you could aim for that high, get another 20, 30 points out of the deal. So mainly directional day to the upside. That didn't have any significant pullbacks, but to me, this is the trade of the day right here. That is a beautiful reversal pattern. Respected the break, didn't even come back down to the breaker. Respected the fair value gap, never even came back down to it. Even on this push down, if you had your stop down here below the candle that created the fair value gap, you would have been good to hold this thing all day long. That's 30 points if you got it below there. If you just put your stop down to the breaker, that's 21. But the way we've been returning to the breaker, I don't know, 25-point stop loss, you would have been fine. But that's a nice one. Let's see what today has in store. That consolidation lasted all night long. It's still going. We really haven't dipped much out of this range for nearly 12, well, at least 12 hours. I don't know how many hours it's been since this range started. I think we got into it after this move here. So that would be at 11 o'clock yesterday, 10 o'clock in the morning is when we got into this range, and we're still there now. If you look at the extended trading hours, it just now pushed up a little bit, and we dipped at one point during London, but pretty much we've been in that range since 10 o'clock yesterday morning. And this one still didn't break it, I don't think. Hey, we did. We finally made a new high. That's a nice run right there. That's a real nice run. Wish I would have caught that. But it looks like we took the high and now we're kind of rolling back down into the range. Look at all those green candles. That's a really nice push up and a really nice push down. Might have to take that one. All right. I'll see y'all this afternoon for the reversal patterns for Friday.